Hello Libra and welcome to Divine Debut. This is your reading for the 20th to the 31st of July 2016 regarding love. I am sorry these readings are up and running quite later than what usually done. I usually upload for the 15th the mid-month readings, but moving overseas hasn't been easy and trying to get organized. I've been extremely busy. So I do apologize, and I hope that you guys are all well and having a wonderful month. There is a full moon on today, actually. Today is the 19th of July, and it is in Capricorn. There is going to be a culmination of circumstances, situations. I do hope that it's going to be a positive one for everybody. Now, from what I can see in your cards, I've done the Celtic cross for you, and I was quite torn between the cards. There's a couple of messages, a different message for the single people, and there is a quite a different message for the partnered people who are already married and in a relationship. Generally, I would say that it's quite positive. Nothing major. We've only got a worry card. We've got the Nine of Swords, which is showing up in your near future, and that shows that there is a little bit of sleepless nights, a few sleepless nights, and some things on your mind. But generally, I think your reading is quite positive. Now we begin with the Eight of Rods, Eight of Wands, in other words, and this card talks about messages, fast-paced messages, quick movement. Usually the wands are inspiration, passion, and fire. So these cards are all upright because I'm not doing reversals with this reading, but I don't think that it's a negative card. I think it's quite positive. There are a lot of messages to and fro. This could be speaking about the internet, social media, etc. And it is being crossed by the Four of Pentacles. And the Four of Pentacles to me talks about our home, our stability, our roots. Now, for the partnered people, I think that there is something that they are trying to hold on to. Something which is very, very important to them, and I will get to that in a minute. I can see that you partnered people have been hoping and wishing for something to culminate, and I would say that your hopes and wishes are regarding having a child. And I'm saying this because we've got the major arcana card, the Sun, and that's in the environment position. The Sun card to me talks about all good things in life. The sun is shining down upon you. It is blessing you with a lot of warmth, a lot of life, and a lot of clarity as well, because the Sun does talk about clarity. There could be a child entering your life. For those of you that have been trying to get pregnant, congratulations, it is going to happen. And I did jump straight through to this card, to the environment position, because I think this card is very important. I will go back to the beginning of the reading. As I said, the reading begins with the Eight of Rods. It is being crossed by the Four of Pentacles, and this is either a challenge or a helping card. I would say that your challenge is to hold on to your idea, hold on to your wants and to your needs. I feel that you are very passionate about building up and stabilizing your relationship. with the birth of a baby, a new member of the family. And I think this is quite strong in this reading. We do have the Hermit, which is at the bottom of your reading, the foundation. The Hermit card is a major arcana card, and it could be it is the card of Virgo. So you might be getting this news when the sun goes into Virgo. This may be the case. Now I can see that you've been looking for ways to to accomplish what your desire is, and I do think that your desire is receiving the good news that you are pregnant and expecting. Of course, this is not going to resonate for everyone. There could be a child entering through a partner who already has a child, so that may be the case for some of you. The Hermit is looking into his lantern here and looking for answers. So if there has been any difficulty in accomplishing a baby, being able to get pregnant, then I think the news is going to be good, even though I can see with the cards that there have been a few worries and a few blockages there. Now, in the near past position, we've got the Three of Rods, and the Three of Rods to me talks about yearning, wanting, hoping, waiting for your ships to come in. This is a 3, it is an expansion, so if you are with your partner only and this is your first child, there is another person entering your life. It's going to be a beautiful little child, one that is going to come through a lot of love, and that's wonderful to see. Now, we could be talking about a fire sign, because we do have the Page of Rods, which is crowning your reading. Usually this card speaks of messages. Pages are all about messages, and this little boy is calling out, he's making an announcement, so it looks as though someone's going to be announcing something very positive. Even though I've pulled some Sabillas, and I will tell you about those as soon as I've looked at all the Celtic cross. I will come back to those. Now this message, which is crowning your reading, because of the Sabillas, and as I said, I will get back to those, I'm thinking that this may not be such a positive message in the beginning, as soon as you receive the message, because we do have the Nine of Swords, which is in the near future position. So I think that there will be a little bit of stress, a little bit of worry regarding the message, but never fear. I think the outcome will be positive. You are showing up as the Six of Pentacles, because in the advice position, and this is how people see you, you have got the Six of Pentacles, and the 6 is a beautifully balanced number in the tarot. It's a positive, very positive card. This card talks about giving and receiving, sharing, being on the same page with someone. So I think abundance is going to come into your life. If there has been hardship, I can understand. It's never easy when you're trying to fall pregnant and having difficulty. This may be the case, as I said, for some of you. Always we have to look on the positive side of things and just have faith. Also, and I'm sorry, I forgot to mention, you guys, that as I was shuffling your cards, I did envision a scene where there is a house at the beach, not very close to the beach, but it's dark, and there is a window open where you can see outside, but there is a curtain there, but there is no wind at all. Usually at the beach there is a slight breeze usually, but there was no wind at all, no wind at all. It was very calm and quiet, and you could hardly hear the sea at all. There was hardly any noise at all, but I could feel that this house was very close to the beach. It was dark, so it was nighttime, and I had a peek through the window. And even though it was very dark and calm and serene, and it looked quite lonely actually, then my eye caught a glimpse of a light, a small light in the distance. So I think there is hope there. Um, that's why I said, do have faith. There is a light burning at the end. So do have faith. That's the vision I saw. I forgot to mention it. I had to add it. And I don't see visions every single time. So some star signs will notice that I don't mention anything that I've seen. Only when I get the visions, that's when I mention them. So you guys, for you guys, I got this vision. It's not going to resonate with everyone, and I don't think it's going to be an exact message, but it's I think it's an overall energy sort of a message. And for some of you, it might be right on the money, but it can't be for everyone. So I think it's not a literal message. It's a how can I say it? Yes, it's a metaphorical sort of a vision. Okay, so that's how I see it. All right, so that's for all of you Librans. Now at the bottom of the deck, we've got the Page of Swords, and I think this is you being an air sign. This is a youthful energy. This is some truth coming to light. You will be talking about your true feelings. You will be letting people know. Probably, I don't know, as I said, I'm talking to the partnered people. You are feeling very strong about this pregnancy, or even if it's not a pregnancy and it's a child coming in from another relationship, you are going to let your partner know how you feel about it. And I don't think that there is anything going to be that you're going to be really worried about. I think the transition will be just fine, because I'm thinking and I feel as though this child is not an older child. It's quite a young child, so it's always easier to accept, a child that is younger, and the transition will be just much more easier. Now, the sun, as I said, being in the environment position, I do think that this reading is quite a positive one because of this card and its position. And I do feel that you are going to be trusting in your intuition. You do. I can see that you do have faith, because we've got the High Priestess, and she is all about secrets, keeping her cards close to her chest, but she always talks about her instincts. And I do think that she is going to bring abundance to you, Libra. I do feel that she is the one that is going to help you along, and help give you faith in the situation. So if we're talking about this child coming into your life, or you receiving the news of your pregnancy, as I said, it could be in the time when the sun is in Virgo. So that's going to be in a little while. It's not quite as yet. So you're going to have to be a little bit patient. And I think, gradually the the curtain is going to open, and you are going to find out that all this hard work and the stress that has gone into trying to achieve what you're wanting to achieve, I think that it is going to pay off. And yes, stress never helps, but we're only human, and I can understand that. I could see that there has been a lot of hardship, because your outcome card is the Ten of Rods. The Ten of Wands shows a a person who is carrying 10 very heavy wands, having such a difficult time trying to carry them to his goal, to the house which is in the distance. But the 10 is all about getting there. Even though you have gone through hardship, you will be able to accomplish your goal, and you are persevering with the 9 of rods, which is the clarification card for the 10 of rods. So you are, holding your ground, you are standing your ground, and you are persevering, and you're only going to get to your goal, and that's for sure. I can see that because we do have Sabillas, as I said. I have pulled some Sabillas just for clarification, but I would like to talk to the single people right now before I go on to the Sabillas. The singles, yes. A lot of messages coming to and fro. There has been someone in your life, someone that you've had your eyes set on, and I would say more than likely that we are talking about a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. For many of you, I think it's going to be a Leo, because the Sun card in the environment position, the Sun card is the card of Leo. So because we've got the Page of Rods crowning your reading, I do think that we are talking about a Leo, or just generally a fire sign. And this person is looking quite youthful, because the energies of pages talk about youth and about someone quite young. So for some of you, there may be a bit of a difference in age. So nothing wrong with that. When the hearts speak, age doesn't count. So yes, I can see that there's been someone in your life which you have been yearning for, because we've got the 3 of rods there in the near past, and you are holding on very tightly to this situation, to this relationship. Now, there may be a distance between you, because the 3 of rods, that's what it shows. This gentleman is looking across the seas. So this person may be overseas for you. This person may be in a warmer climate than you are. But I think the distance is going to be overcome through messages, and obviously the messages will come forth first, and then obviously the meeting after that. So I can see that you have gone within a lot. You have looked into the situation, and you are certain about, you feel it in your bones that this is the right person. But there is a bit of something's happened between you two, and it has caused you a little bit of stress and a bit of worry. So maybe there was a negative message which has come through to you, and maybe it was you speaking your truth and there was some disagreement there. But all will be good in the end. I think there will be reciprocity and understanding finally, and this person will be coming into your life, because the Sun card being in the environment position, that's what it says to me. And yes, you are trusting your intuition with the High Priestess. Yes, the High Priestess, which is number 2 of the major arcana. Number 2s always talk about relationships. Yes, you have fought for this relationship, and there will be a positive outcome to it after all. Doesn't matter. When we speak our truth, we let the other person know. This way they can be more prepared to accept the truth, and it's much better than to, to leave the truth for later on, and then you just don't know how it's going to work out. So it's always good, the way we make our beds, we're going to sleep in them. So it's always good to be truthful and honest and sincere. And that's how the future should be between, people in relationships. Now, the Sabillas that I have pulled, I'm going to talk about the ones that are over the Page of Rods. And that's why, because that's very important to me. because the Nine of Swords is in the near future position and the crowning card is the Page of Rods, I thought it's very important to see what this message is all about, because the near future card is the Nine of Swords, and I wanted to see what's going to cause this worry and this stress. So I do have the card of the Mercante, and that could speak about, contracts, business, relationship, and it depends on what cards are next to it. And I do have the dispiacere next to that, and then I've got the lettera. So there is a displeasing message which is coming in, which is going to cause a bit of worry and a few tears. And I do see that you are treading very lightly. You're being very careful with this relationship. That's what the Mercante is telling me. So I do think that the news that is coming in is going to be a little bit worrisome for some of you. For the partnered people, I think there is going to be a blockage. Maybe the first results, the test results regarding pregnancy, maybe they're going to be negative, but give it time. I think it's all going to work out well. For the single people, as I said before, maybe with you speaking your truth with the Page of Swords, either that or maybe someone has needed to go overseas and for study, and there is a distance, as I said, between the two of you. So maybe there is a bit of heartache regarding that. It's always hard to have your partner living quite far. So that may be the case. Now, the three Sabillas which I have pulled over the Hermit card, we've got the Messaggero, then we have the L'Amante, which is the card of the lover, and then I have the Artista, which talks about intellect, or someone who is in an important position, someone who is an entrepreneur. This guy could be someone who owns their own business. They could be self-employed. So not all the messages are going to be negative. It looks as though the message which is you are receiving from your lover is from your very important, your VIP sort of a person that's in your life. I think that it's not going to be negative. It's just going to make you try and be wiser about which way you're going to turn and what you're going to do about the message. So that's what these three Sabillas talk to me about. The Hermit is not a negative card for me, so I don't think that it is anything to worry about. I just think that we're going to have to be quite wise and take time out and put a lot of thought into the matter. Now, the three Sabillas which are on top of the Sun, we have the Speranza, which talks about hope. To me, this card is very similar to the Three of Wands. Then we have the Belvedere. This is someone who is on the lookout, someone who is waiting for something or someone. They have their eyes open and on the lookout. So she is like pointing her telescope towards the Menor card, which talks about contracts, marriage, partnership, and so on. So there is still hope if you are, for the singles that are waiting for a partner to come into their lives, one that they've been longing for a long time. Not all hope is lost. There is hope there. There is positivity with the Sun being in the environment position. And yes, you have been on the lookout. You have been very patient. But this contract or this relationship is going to culminate. Maybe with this full moon, you may be receiving some positive news. And let's not forget, the full moon will not culminate only on the 19th. It does, come to life in the near future. So from now until, let's say, because this reading is for the 20th to the 31st of July. Okay, and for some of you, because everyone is different, okay? Everyone's situation is different. And let's not forget that all Librans are not born on the same decan. There's the first, second, and third decan. So things culminate first for the first decan people, and then for the second, and then for the third. So for some of you, this is going to culminate a bit sooner. For others of you, it's going to drag on a little bit longer. So now the three Sabillas, which are on top of the 9 of rods, I have got the Consolante Sorpresa, which is the card of surprise. This could be Uranus, a big surprise coming out of the blue. You're going to come about something which is going to be very precious, something which is going to be very positive, and it is going to be just coming out of the blue. So that's probably the good news. You are persevering with the 9 of rods, and finally the good news is going to be coming in for you. Next we have the loyalty card, right, which talks about yes, companionship, someone who is very loyal, someone who is there for you, right? So that's wonderful to see. And then we've got the Donna Maritata, which is the helper, the servant, someone who is there to, to help you out, to be of service to you. So it's all looking quite good. Yes, I've heard that the middle of July is going to be a little bit, up and down. So there's going to be a few mixed feelings. So maybe your news has been received around there, or roughly just after the mid-month. But all is going to be good in the end. So do look at things in a positive way, because what we give out, the energy that we give out, is the energy that we will be receiving. So now I have pulled a chocolate message card, and the card that I have pulled for you is the chocolate bar, and the title on it is Sadness. And that I do understand that with the 9 of Swords that you had in the near future position. And on the back of the card it reads, this card can indicate a sense of sadness surrounding you at this time. It is important, therefore, that you not attempt to hide your feelings by pretending everything is okay. Now, this is the Page of Swords that you have. This is probably you speaking your truth and, letting your feelings being known. And as I said, there is nothing wrong with that. The outside shows a tough exterior, but inside it feels like life is falling apart. Take a warm and relaxing aromatherapy bath, have a massage, sit in natural surroundings, and let the beauty of nature embrace you. Stop taking on the worries of the world and allow the positive energies you seek to heal you. And the message is, I allow the sweetness in life to come my way. I accept all that is good for me as I make myself my number one priority. Yes, and we always have to make ourselves the number one priority, because then when we're feeling good, we can give out good to everyone else. So let's not forget ourselves, look after ourselves first, and then we will have to give to others as well. Okay, so Libra, I do thank you very much for everything that you do for my channel. Thank you for taking the time out to watch the video. Don't forget to watch your sun, moon, and rising sign, just in case you get more clarity and more information there. I will try and get back to you as soon as I can for the August readings. It has been quite difficult for me to get these readings up, but I am trying, and I suppose that's as far as we can go, right? We're only human, so I do apologize for the readings, being a bit late. All the best to you, and I will be talking to you real soon. Bye for now.